What's up? Let me do my wing too. I can't wing for my life, but let's try. Eye epilepsy right there. Kamusta mga people? Yes, I'm aware there's a bird on my head. Say hello, bird. Oh, hi there. Good birdie, good birdie. I'm gonna call you Clifford because you remind me of the red dog named Clifford. I'll be answering your questions in parts because there's a large influx and I can't do it all in one shot because it's gonna take me, 2 hours and then edit it down to 20 minutes. So that's a little too long and boring. So I'll cut it down into 3 parts. I will do the first 10 questions starting from the original ones that I got before. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm doing a contest which is still open. I'll put the link right here in the middle where the video is. All you have to do is ask me a question and you'll be entered into my giveaway for the EXO Miracles in December album, which I haven't even received yet because shipping, I guess, is really slow. It's the holiday season, so everyone's rushing to get things. It's gonna be hectic. So hopefully I'll get it. And I haven't reached 1500 yet, which I'm very close to reaching. So thank you guys again for that. Anyway, let's get right to it. Answering questions starting now. First question comes from YouTuber My94Zone. If you want a paid trip for a vacation wherever you wanted, where would you go and why? I have 2. I'm tied with 2 things right now. I would love to go back to the Philippines to visit everyone, to actually enjoy myself there, because the last time I went there was for a funeral, which is depressing as heck. All expense paid. I'll be save me about $3,000 right there. Either that or Japan. I've only stepped into Japan Narita airport for a layover. That's about it. No going around to like Tokyo or Osaka. I don't know. I want to go to like the old school Japanese places where everyone's still wearing kimonos and the old tradition, and the new ones as well. I would love to visit that before I croak. Second question comes from Kpop Idol. I've heard of Beyonce before. What does that mean? Let me know what that means, by the way, if you guys know. Which idol inspires you most and why? Idol-wise, you know what? GD inspires me the most because he's like the do whatever kind of guy and never regret it. All the fashion stuff he's been through, even if it's bad or good, just being himself. For the most part, I guess, if I feel like he's being himself most of the time. I don't want to compare him to Lady Gaga, but he's sort of like that in a way because of his fashion sense, his I don't give a kind of demeanor. He just goes around, doesn't care about what other people think of him. He keeps doing what he wants to do, and that's what I admire about him. He's very humble. I see that in some of the videos. He's just a chill guy to be with. I've always been a shy kid in the beginning, ever since I was growing up. I don't really talk much. Little by little, my friends and people in the media and stuff, I see them not giving a F about anything and just doing themselves. Makes me want to do it too, and now I've broken out of that shell and I am not afraid anymore of what other people think. It's still lingering back there, but I'm less afraid of what other people think of me, and I am doing me. Yeah. Third question. Hawk1951 asks, what was the very first K-pop album you got into and why? Well, that's pretty simple. Big Bang's Still Alive. I listened to all their tracks and I'm like, damn, they're pretty good. Even though one of my favorites, Love Dust, didn't get too popular, that was one of my favorite songs in that album. Definitely check that out if you haven't. Really good. Question number 4 from Susan Q. She asks, how would you react if you met any K-pop star, let's say SNSD or VIX? Honestly, I don't know how to react. When I went to the Big Bang concert in Jersey last year, I was dumbfounded. Like, I was so far away. I was way back there and I'm still dumbfounded. I couldn't talk. I'm like, oh my god, they're here in front of me. If I was face to face with them, I'd be so friggin' nervous. I'd act like a calm dude, like, oh hey, what's up? What's up, Vix? How you doing? So how are you liking it here in the States so far? That kind of thing. I'm not gonna be like, ah! Even that, I probably won't even be able to talk because I'll be just staring at them. You're right in front of me. I'll be like this the whole time. Honestly, I don't know how to react. Question 5 comes from Durkle Choi, and she asks, who's my favorite girl bias in K-pop? And that's so easy. It's freaking Sundara Park. Oh my god. I can't. Every time I see her, it makes me smile. This goes way back. I kept mentioning this before every time I see her, that she started out as a trainee in the Philippines for acting, spoke perfect Tagalog. She was so bubbly. She had the greatest personality ever. And yeah, I fell in love with her back then. And then when I realized she was in 21 years later, I'm like, holy shit, my mind is blown into pieces in the floor, like made a mess. I thought she was gone already. Like, I knew she went back to Korea after her career in the Philippines. I'm like, oh, why you have to go? You were like an asset in ABS-CBN. I'm like, oh, ABS-CBN is a company, like a television company, by the way, in the Philippines. I'm happy I get to see her again. She makes me smile every time I see her because she still has the same personality that she had in the Philippines. Question 6 comes from Kimberly Castillo. Who is your ultimate bias out of everyone in the K-pop world? And if you were to meet him or her, how would you react? Well, I answered the how would I react. I wouldn't know how to react. I will definitely let you guys know again if I do see someone. In my head, I'd be having a casual conversation with them, like a friend to friend talk, like, oh, hey buddy, what's going on? Panda. I know that's not gonna happen, so yeah, wishful thinking for me. But ultimate bias out of everyone, that's a tough one again. So much out there. Shit, I got one. It definitely has to be Top from Big Bang. I know a lot of people are gonna say that as well, but his rapping skills are killer, and he has such a unique voice in the rapping industry that no one can compare. I fell in love with how he sounds. Such power in his voice, even though, you know, you won't expect that from him when you look at him. He's so GQ and pretty boyish looking. When he goes on stage and raps it out, he kills it, especially with the Doom Dada so far. He hasn't even promoted it once. He never did a show in like Inkigayo or NBC Music. I don't know. He just did it in the Mama Awards, but that's about it. That's the only live version I've seen, and he slays it. And I see that he's like top 2 in the charts, and I'm like, he's not even promoting anything. How is he even in this? But yes, my ultimate bias is T.O.P. from Big Bang. Question 7, which doesn't really count for the giveaway because you don't want to join. Give it a shot. I'll answer your question, Christina. And she asks, what is your all-time favorite music video by boy group and girl group? So one of each? Okay. Please, 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 please answer. MV for the girl group, I would have to say right now, it's a tie between Miss A's Hush and Nine Muses Wild, because damn, that's all I gotta say. You guys know what's going on with those videos. If you haven't seen them, check them out. For guy groups, seen so much. Kim Jae-jung's Mine, that was an awesome MV. Might as well put it in there. It's such an artistic video. He used to be in a boy group, so there you go. Question 8. Oh, that's 9. Stupid. Question 8 from XXholic XX. I love that anime, by the way. That was pretty sick. I saw the manga and the anime for it. Pretty dope. By Clamp, same makers of Card Captor. What was your first experience with K-pop and when did you realize you start liking it? Okay, this goes way back when, back in like 2003 when BoA first started. Makes me feel really old thinking about it. I didn't know anything about K-pop at all. But in any case, I listened to BoA's Number One. You're still my number one. That song. And I'm like, oh, this is very interesting. And then before that, I was getting into like J-pop as well, like Utada Hikaru. But putting that aside, it is BoA's Number One that got me first into K-pop, even though there was no reaction videos done by then. There wasn't even YouTube back then. So the first K-pop idol that got me into K-pop was BoA, which she should make a comeback again. That would be so epic. Number 9. Question from, I'm sorry if I'm gonna butcher your name, More209 asks, does anyone in your family like K-pop? Janelle is another one that's into K-pop, not as much as me. She knows some of it already and she's listened to them and she likes them. And then my brother, because I have a CD in the car, and every time we're in the car he gets to listen to it. He loves some of the songs. I'm like, oh, I'm impressed. I thought you'd hate it because you don't really care about K-pop. And he's like, yeah, whatever, I'll listen to it. It sounds nice, you know, might as well jam to it. And number 10, this is where I'm gonna stop for now. And the question comes from Follow TG. If you could spend a day with any K-pop idol, with who would it be and why? And what would you do that day? I'd want to spend a day with a lot of people, everyone all in one group, and like, oh hey, everyone's meeting up for me, party at my house. Definitely want to meet Sandera Park and just gossip away in Tagalog. I want to speak to her in Tagalog just for that, because I miss her speaking it. We would have so much fun. I would go to London with her because I've always wanted to go to London to ride the London Eye and, you know, just walk around casually, meeting Harry Potter along the way and Hermione Granger, Robert Pattinson on the side. I'm like, hey, what's up dude, what's up bro? There you have it folks. This is part 1 of my Q&A video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys didn't get bored. And again, if you missed out on the beginning, contest is still open, so click on the link again here. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any more questions, you know, feel free to ask me anyway. I hope the answers I gave was sufficient enough. Like the video, favorite the video, and share the video to the whole world, or hate it. Till the next reaction video, E.J.A.X and Clifford out. Get off my hat!